All right, well, Luis, congratulations on being selected for the 2023 Billboard at Kofa High School.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
For sure. What was your reaction when you found out that you were going to be on there?
I was working in the office because I'm a student worker, and so I was just there. And I was just grabbing these things, so some papers they needed me to file, and I turned around and like all of admin and the principal was just standing there. And I was like, okay. And they're like, didn't see nothing. And I was like, yeah. I was like, am I in trouble? Like, I don't know what's going on here. And they're like, so we selected you for this thing, and you're gonna be. They just kind of told me flat out, you're gonna be on the Billboard. And I was like the ones when I go to like Mexico, I see the ones like San Luis has all the time. So I'm like one of those type of thing. And like, yeah, one of those. So I was like, oh, okay. And so I was like, at that moment, I was like, oh wow, like I was just really lost. Like I just didn't know how to really react to it. And I still think it was like really cool. And then I told my parents later that day. I waited till I saw them together. Before I could tell anybody, so I just waited to sit them down in the kitchen, and I was like, guys, look, so I just gave them the paper. I didn't say anything, and I let them read it on their own. And my mom read it, and she was like, congratulations and everything. My dad was like, but what is it? And then I explained to him, and then he understood it, and he was like, oh, that's awesome, that's great and everything. So I think it was like a shock to all of us. Like I wasn't hinted at it or anything, so it just came as a complete surprise to me, and I just didn't realize it was gonna happen or anything like that.
Think about your time here at Kofa. What's something that's gonna really stand out to you after graduating?
For the past 4 years, I feel like the biggest part, or the biggest contribution that I've been able to make to Kofa was the CTE department. I've become such an advocate for CTE and just everything it does. Like I'm fully on board with career technical education, like just everything all about it. So I've been able to represent CTE for like the past 4 years, and have been chosen as like the business management representative. So I've just taken great pride in like representing Kofa business. So like whether I've been here at Kofa giving the tours, which I did like last week, at the district office telling them about what I've learned, what I've done, or just any other place across the state which I've been able to travel to, it's all just been great. I'd say my entirety of my senior year has been pretty memorable to me. Like that's probably been the highlight of my high school 4 years.
I met Luis when he was a freshman, and when he started at Kofa as his freshman year, and I've actually been his teacher for the past 4 years. The reason why I nominated him is because throughout these whole 4 years, he has shown a lot of leadership qualities, not just with my class, but with representing Kofa these past year. This past year, he was actually an FBLA state officer, so he represented the whole state of Arizona, not just Kofa, and that gave him a lot of leadership opportunities for him to represent himself, represent Kofa, and especially Somerton, where he's from. And so throughout this past year, he has had the opportunity to organize events. He has had the opportunity to represent Kofa not just at our school, but at organizations throughout FBLA. He has gone to Washington, he has gone to Atlanta, and I just believe that Luis has had a lot of leadership qualities since he was a freshman. And throughout this whole year, he has demonstrated not just his leadership qualities, but what a leader he can be after he finishes high school.
What's next for you after high school, and what's your future look like?
As soon as I'm done here at Kofa, I'm going to go to ASU, and I'm going to be majoring in business administration, business management, because I do really want to get into business. It was here at Kofa where I found out that business was something I really wanted to do, and it was my career that I wanted to pursue. So I'm fully on board with pursuing it at WP Carey. Really great business school. I'll be in Phoenix, and I've grown to know and love that campus as well. So I'm really excited for when I do move over there. Hopefully, I want to get my bachelor's degree. Depending on that time, I might pursue a master's, but that all depends. Like once I get my bachelor's, how my finances are, how I am at that point in time. But regardless, I do want to walk out of there with the bachelor's and hopefully try to get some work in the Phoenix area for a while. And once I gain some more experience, I'm a bit more financially stable, who knows how I'll be after college. I do want to come back to my hometown of Somerton. And because I've always looked at Somerton as such a loving community, and I've always really appreciated that about it, I want to get back to it in just any way I can. So I might like start a business in Somerton, or I might start like a scholarship fund because I know that's what's been helping me pay to go to college. Something like that to kind of give back to the community. Something like for kids like me that came from Somerton and want to do bigger things and keep going on in life.
I want to show you what your banner looks like, and this will give you an idea of what the billboard's going to look like too.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it is pretty cool.